G'day folks, it's Steve here again, and hi to all the fellow space nerds out there. I'm here at the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Center to have a look around and continue my hunt for rockets, because there's a few around here and I'm really looking forward to checking them out again. I've been here before, of course, but that was a few years ago. It's going to be interesting to see what's changed, but great day to be out here on the Space Coast, because there is actually a launch scheduled for late this afternoon, early evening. So fingers crossed that actually gets off the ground as well. So we'll see how we go. Let's go check it out. Well, that was okay. You can buy your tickets at the automated ticket vending machine. Got a discount because I'm over 55. Woohoo! Don't exactly like the word senior though. It doesn't feel quite right, but hey, I'm going to take the discount. Okay, well that was a bit of an interesting experience, because I bought my ticket at the ticket machine, automated ticket machine, and it just gave me a receipt. I didn't get a ticket, went through security, went to get to the ticket gate, realised I didn't actually have a ticket, I just had a receipt. So I went out, and thankfully people at guest services where they sell the tickets from the window were able to sort it out for me, which is really good. Didn't have to go and buy another ticket. That was my concern. Okay, I can see rockets over here. I'm getting a bit excited. This rocket garden is pretty darn awesome, but it is missing a SpaceX rocket. I mean, they've been launching more rockets than anyone else recently. So I guess this is more of a historical exhibit. You know, these are all rockets that haven't flown for a long, long time. And of course, it wouldn't be the NASA Visitor Center without a Starbucks. Well, this is great. No, this is awesome, because they do have a launch viewing area here. It's open at 4:30. The launch is scheduled for 5:45 p.m. tonight. And this is going to be almost as close as a civilian is going to be able to get to one of these launches. So we'll be coming back here later on, I reckon. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, now I know where the launch area is. Let's go check out some more of the Space Center. I think let's go do the Atlantis exhibit. Because I heard someone saying it's a bit quiet if you go in the morning, so might make it easier to get some video as well. Yep, welcome to Atlantis. It is very quiet. I feel like I'm the only one around. That's awesome. Oh, that's a big boy. The sky calls to us, Carl Sagan. One thing I do find annoying is this heroic music just keeps pumping out from the speakers here. It's the same track over and over and over again. I mean, I am the only one here. I kind of feel like I've snuck in the back door somehow. I won't tell if you don't. I've done this theatre experience to have before you actually see the Atlantis orbiter, and it's quite something. But I'm not allowed to video while I'm in there, and I don't want to spoil the surprise for anyone, so you got to come and see it for yourself. Okay, that's impressive. It's always impressive. Almost brings a tear to your eye. Let's have a look at Atlantis. I mean, it's almost close enough to touch. Almost. And look, you can still see like scorch marks from the last time she flew, which was, what are they, 13 years ago now? I love how they got it displayed with the payload doors open with the docking adapter for the space station. Oh, okay. Wow, now you're downstairs, you get a really good look at the underside of the shuttle. See if I can get a bit closer. And just look at the size of these flaps. If you look carefully, you can see each individual tile has its own number on it. And they used to have to inspect every single tile after every launch and replace any that were damaged. And apparently, despite the look of it, every tile was unique and individual. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. And this is cool. Hubble Space Telescope replica. Originally launched in 1990. What's it? 34 years it's been up there for? Yeah, I think it's reaching the end of its usable life. It's having issues with gyroscopes and so forth. So I hope they just don't let it burn up, so they can rescue it somehow, or at least push it up into a higher orbit. So yeah, people in the future can look at it and appreciate it for what it is. Now this is the only way to fly. These airstreams that the astronauts used to travel in, they make a great motorhome, I reckon. I'm sure I've seen a few of them on the roads on the US in my recent driving around here. I just love the look of them. I don't know, polished steel, aluminium perhaps, and riveted. Just need to get one in right-hand drive and take it back to Australia. Yep, that'd do me. I've been walking around underneath the Hubble replica. This looks like fun. I've done it before, and it is fun. I'm pretty sure the last time I did this, it was a lot more crowded.
From space, you can't see all the bad things that happen on Earth. All you can see is its beauty, and you can't see borders between countries, and you can't see a lot of the troubles that we have down here on Earth, and it's a very peaceful feeling, and it makes you feel like we're really one people, and kind of makes you feel close to the people on the ground.
Yes, here we go. Pre-flight briefing.
You'll know it. Once you fire up the SRBs, you can't turn it off. Airborne somewhere. You better just opens up.
That's are your seats still on the road? Be together, same line, okay? For about 5 minutes to do the simulation. All cell phones, cameras, electronics will be secured. Will not be allowed in the simulation, okay?
Well, that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, can't take the camera in because, oh, here we go. This gives you a bit of a feel for what's actually happening. Yeah, so we all file into this little cabin. Each of us sits in a seat, and the cabin itself tilts up to 90 degrees, so you're up on your back just to simulate the feeling of launch. And with that, and with the sound effects, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Probably the closest I'll get to actually going to space. So I just picked up the souvenir photo that they took of me before you go into the shuttle launch experience. And I wasn't going to do it, but when I looked at it, I thought, oh, that's too good. Let me show you. I mean, I do look good in orange. What do you reckon? I'm such a nerd, I know. So there were 6 space shuttle vehicles actually built. Enterprise never went to space, but it was a test vehicle. We lost Columbia and Challenger in accidents. And of the 3 that survived, I've seen Discovery up in Washington, DC. Okay, it's actually Virginia, but you know, it's up there. And Atlantis here. And Endeavour is over in Los Angeles. So yeah, go check out Endeavour someday. That'll be cool. Time to go do the bus tour. Well, how cool is that? Got on the tour bus and there's no one sitting in the row directly behind the driver, so I get the best view. You rip up. Just need a driver now to take us somewhere.
Hi, I'm Janet Petro, and welcome to NASA's John F. Kennedy Space Center. Are set, your launch commit criteria are understood, your procedures are ready to go, and your team is trained. The folks that sit in this room on launch day, they have a tough job, and that's to determine if the flight and the ground systems are go or no-go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to point out one of the most important buildings in the whole complex. It's right here on your left. It's a small white building with a blue canopy on it. That is the cafeteria. It's saying around here, no lunch, no launch. Now, after we pass this building, I'm ahead, you look to the right, you'll see them 3 cube-shaped buildings. Them are the orbiter processing facilities. That's where they stored and repaired the orbiters. Now Boeing has them leased out for the Starliner, and that's the one that they just launched the 2 astronauts to the space station a couple weeks ago. And I'm not sure yet when they're coming back, but we'll just move on from there.
Please no flash photography. Please turn off the lights.
Okay, so here I am back at the Saturn V here at Kennedy Space Center. Not the first time I've seen this. Quite a different experience to when you go see Saturn V at the Houston Space Center. Houston Space Center, you get off on a bus. You get off of the bus, and it's over there in a big shed. you come to the Kennedy Space Center, you get this great big song and dance audio-visual experience about the history of the Apollo space program leading up to the launch of Apollo 8, and then you get a simulation of the Apollo 8 launch from inside the firing room. Didn't want to film it because there are a lot of people around, but yeah, that was definitely a fun experience, and yeah, worth coming back for. Let's have another look around. I mean, I thought the space shuttle was big. This is just another level altogether.
Here we go. We're in between the first stage and the second stage. We're going to pause here for a minute. I'll tell you a few quick things.
Different from the last time I was here. They got the Apollo landed diorama. The thing I love about these Apollo moonlanders is that they kind of look handmade, and in many ways they really were. I mean, look, nothing's smooth or even. Everything's kind of rough and looks bodged together. But they worked. Gotta love any vehicle that you can drive on another body in the solar system, and you're actually seated in lawn chairs. Lightweight, I guess. Although I guess this is an Earth-based training vehicle. Looks like the actual lunar replica is here. So look. I mean, they're definitely lawn chairs. And with seatbelts. Now I'm about to enter what they call the Treasures Gallery. Let's have a look, see what's in here. I think I had a model one of these when I was growing up. And the Americans say they won't come to Australia because it's dangerous. Yet here we are in Florida. Okay, so I've stepped outside and just to see if you can pick up the various launch pads here. So on the left we've got 39B, the one with the three tall towers and the launch tower and water tower in front. That's where the Atlantis rockets will launch from. Then there's 39A, which is SpaceX's main launch complex. Space shuttles and Apollo rockets used to launch from there. Used for Falcon 9s and Falcon Heavies. There's a couple of other launch pads for, I think, used by United Launch Alliance. And then, I don't know if you can see it, further to the right, with the four towers, that's SpaceX's Space Launch Complex 40 launch pad, and that's where tonight's rocket is scheduled to be launched from. We'll see how we go. I think it's still on schedule. Time to get back on the bus to the main visitor complex. Weather's turned overcast and cooled down quite a bit. I hope that doesn't affect the launch.
Has declined. Eagles are very resilient, and all signs indicate that in the event our resident eagles leave the tree, they'll usually rebuild to the next closest optimal nesting spot, and there are plenty of options for them here at the Kennedy Space Center.
Guess I need to have a look inside the shop, don't I? I think I need a new cap. This one's getting a bit beat up. What do you reckon? Fits really well, considering that I've got a big head. Shut up. I think we got a winner. What do you think? Does it make my head look big? I like it. Oh yeah, it's made a logo. There you go. Journey to Mars? Don't mind if I do. Let's see what I want to see.
Sitting inside their house, and they said, we missed it. They said we had 1 minute, 2 minutes to launch. And I said, we only got to put on the timer.
Mars Perseverance rover. I love these old school rovers. Because Mars Insight was just a lander, well, not a rover, but still. Operated for 4 years on the surface of Mars, no small achievement. This is cool. T-38 trainer jet. This is the one the astronauts used to use to fly around. To get from Houston, Florida, and back again. Just love the look of it. What do you know? Number 69. Nice. Cool, so it's 4:15 in the afternoon. It's about an hour and 20 minutes before the scheduled launch of the SpaceX rocket. And still all systems go. The weather's looking a bit grey, but see how we go. I'm going to see if I can get into the viewing area. And this is the queue for the launch viewing area, and hopefully it's going to open up in about a minute. Nope, we're going in. See if I can find a good spot. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers. Nearly lost my hat.
Flight of one of the United States' most reliable launch vehicle systems, Scout. The mission is a success. Success comes as no surprise to the planners.
That's right. Aussie did. Okay, so a bit of an update. Just got told just as we sat down and just as I had the perfect viewing spot that the launch has been postponed to the end of the launch window, which is like 2.5 hours from now, and I can't stay till 8 o'clock tonight because I've got to drive all the way back over to Tampa so I can get packed up and get on the flight tomorrow. So yeah, I'm looking at the weather. I've got a feeling that it's not going to get off the ground tonight, and even if it's postponed tomorrow, I can't stay. I've got a flight in the morning back to Houston. So, but that was still a fun day at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Love it here. Great to be here. Hope you enjoyed it too. And I got to see one rocket launch this trip. I can't really complain. So anyway, I'm going to head back to the car and head home. And I'll see you folks all later. Take care. Steve out.